Hey guys, and welcome to this new video. It's a Slayer guide, and this time we have the Aberrant Spectre. The Aberrant Spectre has a combat level of 96 and has 900 life points. You'll need a Slayer level of 60 to kill it, and it's much recommended to bring a nose pack, since it will otherwise drain your stats and you'll be hit constant damage from about 100 to 200. Also, the attack style is magic, and it may be noted that it is an undead creature, so a Salvi Amulet E, if it's possible, is much recommended. Also, it's a multi-way combat area. Since you're using a cannon, they will all be attacking you at once with magic, so it might be dangerous if you're not praying. That being said, we're gonna try to build our gear around prayer bonus so we can stay there as long as possible and get our tasks good. Now, as I said, it's much recommended to build your gear around prayer bonuses, so that's what I did. This is just an example gear, and you can take any gear you want. You can substitute things, but this is just what I recommend, and yeah, you can do with it what you want. First of all, the Slayer helmet, which is most recommended if you are slaying and if you are able to build it. Otherwise, bring a nose pack. Don't bring a black mask. As I said, you need the nose pack or a Slayer helmet to keep yourself alive there. Also bring a Soul Wars cape for the prayer bonus. If you don't have a Soul Wars cape, bring a Fire cape or a Skill cape trimmed, if that's possible. I bring Proselyte. It has the best prayer bonus in the game for the armor slots for the top and the legs. Dragon boots, not really substitutable. Barrel's gloves, just downgrade it if you don't have this one. Slayer ring to keep track of how many you still need to do. A fury can be substituted by a glory, and a defender and a rapier. Now you can also take a whip or a maul or a CLS. Although I would recommend a rapier. Aberrant Spectres are normally weak to slash, so if you have a CLS, of course use it. But if you have a rapier, over a whip, definitely use a rapier. Now for the inventory setup, I bring a cannon. If you don't want to bring a cannon, you might also want to bring some more prayer potions because you will be staying there longer. I brought 200 cannonballs. Of course, it's only for the sake of this video. You can bring more if you want to. Bring a super set without a super defense. As I said, we will be praying, so you won't need the super defense, since you will be fully protected against the attacks of the Aberrant Spectres. Now the two sharks are just emergency food. You can just eat them if you need some space for the herbs, and I bring about 10 prayer potions. Of course, you can choose to be turmoiling all the way. If you do plan to do that, I recommend bringing some more prayer potions, since you will need some more. Since you'll be using some more prayer. And I also bring a beast of burden, so I can take a little bit more herbs outside of there and make a little bit more money. Also, a one-click teleport out will be recommended if you're out of prey, or I don't know, for any kind of emergency. I always bring a one-click teleport out. Now, some stuff you might want to know is that the Self Amulet E, or the normal Self Amulet, lets you hit 15 for the normal Self Amulet, and for the Self Amulet E, 20% more on the undead. And since the Aberrant Spectre is an undead creature, it is highly advised to use a Self Amulet. But as I just showed in the inventory and gear setup, you can also use a Fury. In this method, I will show you the Fury, but you can also, of course, which is kind of better, use a Self Amulet E. Since it is undead and will speed up your Slayer task quite a bit. Also quite useful is the Herbicide. The Herbicide will grant you double the Herbal experience normally gained for cleaning the herb, though the herb will be incinerated, so you won't be able to sell it afterwards. The herbs being chosen to be incinerated are chosen by hand, so you can choose what herb you want to sell and what herb you want to just destroy, so you won't have to pick it up and clean it and stuff like that. So it might be a good way to train your herbler on the way and get rid of the low-level herbs. Now I'm going to show you how to get there from the Shantae Pass. Now, either make sure you have a Shantae Pass in your inventory or 200 coins either in your bank or in your inventory to pay for both the Shantae Pass and the Carpet Ride. Now, when you're at the Carpet Ride, also make sure you choose the option Polnifniche and not like Bedouin Camp or any of the others, because otherwise you will end up way over at the other side of the desert and you have to get back either way. So once you did the carpet ride, go south. Now, as I forgot to mention is in the last clip, you will need to have done the MoneyK1lls quest, and you will need either a face mask or you will need a Slayer helmet. So no spec is not sufficient enough. So yeah, I forgot to mention it. So don't forget it. You will need a Slayer helmet, and you will need to have done the MoneyK1lls. Now, if you have done the MoneyK1lls, you will need you will know what way to go. Pass the barrier, and climb down the stairs. Once there, you will be at the Aberrant Spectres. Now, also choose the spot of your cannon really carefully, because it will need to hit a lot of Spectres and will need to like be in the middle of like a lot of spawning points of the Aberrant Spectres. Now, once you set up your cannon, just start firing, pot up, choose your quick prayers to mage and turmoil if you have it or if you want to use it, and yeah, make sure your prayer stays high, and make sure your cannonballs don't run out. Just keep killing them. Also make sure your auto retaliate is on, so once the one is dead, the one attacking you will automatically like draw you to it or something. I have no idea how to put it exactly. If you have a CLS, make sure your attack style is on slash, because that's what they're weak to. If you're using a rapier or something, make sure it's the stab, because the stab bonus of the rapier is the highest. Now, as you see already, they drop multiple herbs and also some expensive ones, so if you want to make some money back from the cannonballs, make sure to pick them up. And also the charms, make sure to pick them up. I'll leave an annotation on screen later on how many charms they drop at a time. Now, keep firing your cannon, keep killing them, and make sure to pick up the most expensive herbs. And as I said in the last clip, if you have a herbicide, make sure to let the low level herbs be incinerated, so you won't even have to bother picking them up. They can drop torstal seeds if you are lucky, but don't expect it to be like a lot of money. Just expect to make the money back you spend on the cannonballs. Now, on screen you will see the drop rates of the different charms. The gold charm will be dropped 13% of the time, the green charm 7%, the blue charm 5%, and the crimson charm also 5%. The chance of no charm is 70%, so on average they are not too good of the charm dropper, but you know, it's alright. It is a Slayer task, so yeah, you might be lucky, might not be lucky, but overall it's not the best charm dropper. Well guys, this was the end of my guide. Please comment, rate and subscribe, watch for further videos, and goodbye.